an incredible event. Can I just say, before I begin, I'll acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we're currently standing, which is the Bunurong people, and pay my respects to their elders past and present, and any other First Nations people who may be here with us today, but also to my wonderful friend and parliamentary colleague, Lee Talamas, who's the member for the South East Metropolitan Region, in which my seat of Dandenong sits, and Lee and I have been good friends for a very long time, and he's a very passionate advocate for multiculturalism in our community, but also in promoting what our diverse communities contribute to our broader Victorian and Australian prosperity and well-being, and I think this is a great example of just that. I understand it's the first event of its kind, and the Australian Tamil Chamber of Commerce, and in particular the Victorian chapter, is going from strength to strength in its membership numbers. And Lee was just telling me that he expects that we will surpass New South Wales very soon, which is always a joy for a Victorian to hear. Not that we indulge ourselves in too much competitive spirit, but look, to see businesses, and often family-run businesses, showcasing their talents and their offerings in this way is not just about, for me, showcasing those individual businesses and hoping that something comes of that, but it is a showcase of the contribution of the Tamil community to the Australian economy and to the Australian community. This is what this represents. Businesses that have been developed and born out of hard work and grind and grit and sacrifice. Because anybody who has ever operated or been a part of a family business, and I grew up in a household where my father ran a family business, they're hard work and it takes a lot to keep them going. And so opportunities like this to bring communities together, but to bring community enterprises together, is a wonderful way of showing support, but of also showcasing the diversity of talent and offering that the Tamil community more broadly has bringing to the Victorian and the Australian economy. So I'm very, very proud that this is happening here in Dandenong, that we have such a strong presence of storeholders. And you know, I was commenting as I walked in that the smell of the beautiful food that's happening in the outdoor area is just slowly filling the streets of Dandenong, and I expect that you're going to have people knocking on your door for no other reason that they can smell a dosa or a hopper and want to get in on that action too, and I don't blame them because it's amazing. But look, this is a lot of effort goes into organising events like this. So, to the Chamber of Commerce, to Mithun, to Jaya, to the rest of the executive who have busily pulled this together, to all the stallholders who have made the time and effort to be here, a part of this really important showcase. Thank you. It's so important. But beyond that, it's more than just this one event. I want to acknowledge the enormous contribution the Tamil community have made here in Australia for decades now. Not only forging pathways for yourselves and your families, but with doing so with such great generosity and contributing to the broader Australian and Victorian community well-being and sense of community, and being such an integral part here in Greater Dandenong of keeping our multiculturalism alive and harmonious, and having at its core a deep sense of community that I think you share across other cultures as well. So thank you for allowing me to be here celebrating with you today. I hope this is the first of many such events, and I've no doubt it will be, and that we will see this grow from strength to strength as more people take the opportunity to showcase their contribution to our economy and to our community. So thank you very much.